Hi, guys. I recently did a Substack and a blog where I talked about how there's a lot of cartoonish looking book covers. I call them. I don't know if that's the best way to put it. I call them cartoonish. I don't have one here to show you because I don't buy them because I'm an adult woman. I want adult women covers. No, that sounds wrong. Adult. That sounds like, like porn or something. No, I mean covers that look like they're directed at an adult, not a teenager, not a fifth grader, an actual adult woman. And a lot of if you go into bookstores, there's like these bright colors, and there's the covers are all bright, and they have cartoonish pictures of people on it, and it's like I I find it kind of insulting to women, because if you were to visit the section that's more directed at men, and not really that you have to have a certain book per gender, it's not like that, but you know um the books like that are more, say, crime and stuff like that maybe a man would be interested as opposed to a romance, they don't have those kind of covers. I guarantee you they don't have those kind of covers. If they do, like, can you see Stephen King having a cartoonish bright book cover? Like, yes, I get it, it's the genre, probably wouldn't suit that anyway. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying books that are generally considered to be directed at a specific gender, that being adult women, look like cartoon covers. And they're just, I don't know. It's just a personal pet peeve of mine. And maybe, I'm just being bitter and nasty. I accept that and I don't care. The reality is, I find it insulting, I don't read romance novels, and that's generally the area of the genre where I see this. But I mean, even if I did, like, I don't want to pick up a cover that's like bright blue with cartoonish pictures of a man and woman looking silly. I mean, that's it kind of, maybe that's, how they see us as adult women. We're silly. We're childish. Or, I did some research online that said, well, sometimes the covers are like that because it makes it, how'd they put it? Basically that it's not, I don't know what the word was, but it wasn't accepting. It makes it more tangible or something like that. Essentially saying, you see this cover and it's easier to sort of digest because it's a simplistic looking cover. And yeah, you can do that. It doesn't have to look like a fucking cartoon. I don't know. And in fact, does that turn women off reading these books? Like women who have an intellect, or maybe they're hoping we don't have an intellect and we're fucking stupid and, oh look, oh, what a pretty cover, I'm gonna buy that. Like, we're not like women who read aren't like that. Or are they hoping that younger girls who are probably not ready for that specific content are going to pick it up thinking it's directed at them? I don't know. I mean, I'm just kind of throwing stuff out there. I don't know. I just find it annoying, very annoying. Like, you practically need sunglasses to walk through the women's section of a bookstore. Sorry, a romance section. I don't want to say women's. And be like, all the vultures will come out. Well, how do you know what a woman is? Like, everything's, people are so strange now. Anyway, that aside, now they've insulted people, which I think I do in a lot of videos, and I, again, don't care. So attack away in the comments. I'll just delete them. Anyway, yeah, I don't know. I've had other people say the same thing. They don't like it. I had one person, when I posted this particular Substack, it was a guy saying, I don't know what you're talking about. Well, you go look. Open your eyes, walk in a bookstore, walk to the romance genre, which in itself is kind of a joke because it's terrible. But that, again, my opinion. And look around and, anyway, but not that, maybe some people would argue some of the book covers from the past were bad, or my book covers. Hey, go ahead, just attack away. I don't care. At least I have covers that look like they're directed at fucking adults. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, that's just my thing. And I would never have a cover like that. If somebody, you could like dangle $1 million and say, you write a book, you have to have like this cartoonish cover that's bright, pink and has what? No, no, it's not gonna happen. Anyway, so that's just me. I'm probably being overly dramatic, but hey, I'm being overly dramatic about book covers and not stupid things like most of the time. People are overly dramatic. Anyway, it's just an opinion. I just find it a bit insulting to women. Like, oh my God, what a pretty cover. That'll look so nice on my desk. Like, no, it's just don't. And it's a trend. I know it's a trend. It's like you look at different book covers from different eras and you're like, oh, that's a book from the 80s or whatever, just because of the way the book cover looks. And it's like, again, it's a trend, but it could end anytime. And, maybe have covers that are not insulting to women. I know publishers don't care. They're like every other big corporation. They don't care. They don't listen. But they just look at sales. If they had a piece of, like, it's the most ridiculous picture on a cover that was, or horrendous, or it's graphic, it wouldn't matter. They will put anything on there to sell it. That's what I'm trying to say. And, anyway, I won't get into that too much, but I'm very frustrated with these book covers and I don't understand. I don't like them. What do you think? Am I just being dramatic? That's possible. But I feel like it's, again, I find it's insulting to women. I just do. I do. I think it's again, they would not have book covers like that directed at men. And there's a reason, because men would be like, I'm not buying that. But I don't know, but women do. So I don't know. What do you think? What does that say? What does it say about our society? If you want to dig deep into the psychological aspect of it, go ahead, because I have my thoughts. Anyways, guys, thank you so much. And like, share, subscribe if you are inclined. Or look up my Substack, my website, mimaonfire.com. Take a look at my books. Look at my book covers. You might not like them, but you know what? They don't look cartoonish. Have a great day, guys.